Hi everyone, so if you have been following the Season 28 updates, you have certainly seen this Altar of Rites tree here, and there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can unlock. I'm not going to go into the detail of every single node now, but I want to focus on this one here, the pattern. This gives you double the chance to get legendary items from Kadala. Usually that chance is 10%, now you have 20% chance when gambling items. This is actually a really huge bonus, especially early on trying to gear up your first character, trying to get your setup rolling with like the most important pieces so that you can blast through Torment 16 and then eventually higher greater rifts. Not only does it give you a faster start, but this also synergizes with the final node here that you get after unlocking the entire tree, which is also part of the reason why I want to rush the entire tree as early as possible by saving my challenge with cash. So the final unlock that gives you the new wings also gives you double primal drops for the rest of the season. And this one is relatively powerful. Now, generally, you might know that I'm not really a big fan of like farming primals. So I usually advocate people to not care about them at all and just, go about their things, try to farm up their gear. And if you get a good primal, well, so be it. But most of the time, primals end up being pretty trash. Now, there is one new feature that makes that not really so sad anymore when you find a bad primal, which is this curiosity of Lore of Nar that I'm covering in another video. This allows you to make one of your equipped items into a primal, a bit similar to the sanctified items in Season 27. But double primals and double Kadala actually gives you 4 times the amount of primal items now when you gamble from Kadala. So I'm going to try to get one now, and you can see this in action. It does not only work from Kadala itself, but also from any drops, of course. So whenever you find a primal drop, it just gives you another random primal. It does not have to be the same item type. So it can be, you find like Blackthorn's boots, and you might get super lucky and also find the Blackthorn's amulet at the same time. But when you gamble from Kadala, apparently it always gives you the same item type at least. And in this case, I might get like a primal Sabor's Nightmare, for example. And if I turn out super lucky, I might get an extra Primal Blackthorn belt. But you can see just me here clicking these gambling items from Kadala, how fast my inventory fills up with legendaries. It's actually pretty insane with the doubled amount of legendaries. So this will make gearing up really, really fast and smooth, especially if you combine this with this new cube recipe in the next season. So when it comes to assessing the power of the Season 28 theme, which by the way is most likely the highest season theme power that we have ever gotten, even beating the Soul Shards on Season 25, which were ridiculous. But on top of this, you gear up faster than usual, and you gain more XP than usual, significantly more so that basically everyone who is playing Season 28 is gonna feel just way stronger than normal, and you're gonna reach everything you wanted to reach way faster than normal. So here you can actually see it. So I got a Brood of Arane Primal with perfect stats, and I can roll the secondary. That's actually ridiculously good. And I was lucky to also get a Primal Blackthorn's belt. Here we go. Also has Cold Spider damage even. So this is exactly how that works. I was gambling these belts, and now I just found it. So this was after, I don't know, maybe 5k Blood Shards or so. The average cost of that is quite a bit higher though. So if you look at the usual cost, it's 250 Blood Shards for a 25 Blood Shard cost item to get 1 legendary. You need 400 legendaries to get a primal. So the average cost of a primal from Kadala is 100,000 Blood Shards. Now in Season 28 with the buffs, it's going to be 125 cost because it's 20% chance. And times 400 is 50,000 to get a primal. But then you get 2 of them. So the average cost is 25,000 Blood Shards to get a primal of the item slot of your choice. And that is actually really, really good odds. So if you look at the Blood Shard gains at GR 100, which you can do very, very fast with most of the top farming builds, even higher than that in Season 28, like some of the speed farming builds will go like 110 easily, 115, even up to 120 on the high end. But let's stick with the 100. You get 427 Blood Shards. And let's say you do this on like a fast build, let's say Gore Demon Hunter, UE Demon Hunter, Inner Monk, these kind of things. You can definitely do upwards of 25 runs an hour. But let's calculate with like a more chill, like 20 runs an hour. So we get 427 Blood Shards times 20. and that's still 8,500 blood shards. If you do this faster on a higher tier, let's say 110, this would be 457 blood shards because it's +3 per tier. And let's say 25 runs an hour, you can get 11,500. So depending on which tier exactly you're doing and how fast, you can expect something like, yeah, 1 primal per 2 or 3 hours. Just gambling from Kadala in Season 28. And this calculation doesn't even include the drops that you're going to get just from loot from the Greater Rift Guardians, which should also be somewhere in the range of roughly 1 primal per half hour to 1 hour or so, counting the double primal drops. So this is like the average numbers. You don't get them more frequently, but you get double of them. And in the case of Kadala, you actually do get ×4 of them. And this actually makes it so that you're going to gear up really fast and you're going to see a lot of people with red border items. So the overall gear quality is going to be way higher. Your overall XP gains are going to be way higher. So your paragon is better. And on top of this, you're going to be like massively more powerful through all the extra damage effects and these kind of things. And then obviously the potion powers at the end. So in my opinion, definitely a lot of good stuff to look forward to in Season 28. Let me know what you think about this. Hope you like this video and see you guys next time.